Probably the thing that I've done in my life that I was the most afraid to do was to leave my job and go back to school. When I graduated from college and I took 2 years off to go to medical school, I wasn't scared. I knew that I was going to go to medical school. I knew for any number of reasons. One was that I really wanted it, and one was that there's a very nice little system set up to help you do that. There are rules, and there are applications, and there are schedules, and so if you follow all the rules, then the process takes you where you need to go. But when I left my job and went back to school at age 40, there were no rules, and there's no guidelines for what you do when you go back and get a master's degree with a bunch of people who are in their 20s. And there are no rules about whether you go back to your job. And there are no rules about when you go back to your job, whether you stay there or how you ask them for more opportunities and more responsibilities. And so I was really, for the first time, I tend to be a very good rule follower. And so I went into, for me, what was sort of uncharted territory. I left all the rules behind, and it wasn't, probably as exciting as it is for other people who do much more exciting things, but for me, it was a huge deal. Mostly because I still had 3 children and a house and a mortgage and a career that I'd spent a lot of time building, and I was going to walk away from it with the idea that I would get another degree, and maybe it would help me, and maybe it wouldn't, and maybe I'd be able to use it, and maybe I wouldn't, and maybe they would hire me back, and maybe they wouldn't, and maybe they would, but they wouldn't let me use my new degree, and then what would I have spent the year doing? And the other thing that made it scary is it was very decadent. It was just for me. And everything I had done thus far was about helping other people and being in the right kind of career that gave back, and this was very decadent. And probably the most sort of luxurious gift I've ever given myself.